Bảy 20 tháng 3 vừa qua, tại hội trường Bayside Community Center đã có buổi chiếu phim miễn phí do nhóm Connect San Diego tổ chức, là sự hợp tác giữa Bayside, Trung tâm Việt ngữ Văn Lang và San Diego Asian Film Foundation và đại diện của 3 sắc dân khác ở San Diego. Bộ phim được trình chiếu là phim The Anniversary Ngày Giỗ, dài 28 phút của đạo diễn Hàm Trần, đã đoạt được hơn 30 giải thưởng tại Đại hội Điện ảnh trong nước Mỹ và trên toàn thế giới. VNTV xin mời quý vị theo dõi một vài hình ảnh của bộ phim Ngày Giỗ sau đây.
Uyên Trâm xin kính chào quý vị khán giả. Uyên Trâm đang đứng với Philip Luque. He is a director of operations from San Diego Asian Film Foundation, and we're going to ask him a few questions about today's event. Could you tell us a little more about this Connect San Diego project?
Connect San Diego, what we're doing here is we're working with the Bayside Community Center, and we're merging 4 different ethnic groups through film. Basically what we're doing is we're trying to get them to connect and to communicate. And how we do that is at the San Diego Asian Film Foundation through film. So we're starting with film screenings, which is today, the final film screening for the Vietnamese film, The Anniversary. After the film screenings are complete, then we're moving into the film class portion, which is a totally free class, which is offered right here at the Bayside Community Center, totally free for all the ethnic groups and other ethnic groups that want to be involved in the project.
The class is on film production, or do they teach us how to do films or to study about it?
No, it's actually film production. So what happens is you actually go down, you're going to work with camera, you're going to work with story. Our instructors are actually going to help you develop the story, put it to the camera, and then we're going to go ahead and get you in the editing bay, and then we're going to have a final product that will show at the Asian Film Festival here in San Diego, and also be a DVD for future generations to look back at these stories here in Linda Vista.
Wow, that's great. So how do we enroll in that class?
It's really easy. What you do is you go to cdaf.org/connect San Diego, and basically it'll take you to the Connect site. You can also go and click on the Connect SD site button on the website. You can also email us at Phil, that's my name, Phil at cdaf.org. And there's also sign-up sheets here at the event as well, so people are able to sign up for the program here at the screening.
And it's provided completely free?
It's completely free.
Is there an age limit, or we have to have any kind of technical background in order to enroll in this class?
No technical background required. It's nice to have it, but it's not required. And the age limit is actually, I would say, 11 or 12. Once a young person can develop concepts and ideas and actually work with electronics, it's a suitable age. And kids are far ahead than what I was when I was a child. So.
That sounds great. I know that this project is one of the San Diego Asian Film Foundation's project. So what is the relationship with between the two?
Well, luckily for us, we were able to work with Bayside in the past. We've worked with them in getting the multicultural fair screenings here. Jorge and myself have worked together for a while, and we have a good relationship, and we actually were involved in the Nissan Foundation focus group project. And what we decided to do was take it to the next level and really see how we can connect people far beyond text on a paper. So we went ahead and got another grant with the James Irvine Foundation, and that's how we came in, worked together to create this Connect San Diego program, which the hope is that these cultures connect together, educate each other, and then communicate that to future generations.
Wow, that sounds great. And is there any upcoming projects that you're doing with other communities as well? Because I know this is not the only community that you're focusing on, right?
Well, right now we are focusing on Linda Vista for the entire year until the end of the completion. Once everything gets put together on DVD and actually gets released, we're hoping that this program becomes sustainable, that Linda Vista, Bayside Community Center, the communities actually get together and continue the program far beyond when we're gone. The next year we go into the Diamond District, which is also a very challenging community. And we're also working on a Real Voices project, which is a teenage documentary filmmaking project, and we're also planning for a film festival in October.
Phil, I have a last question for you. We really, really appreciate what the San Diego Asian Film Foundation is doing for us. Is there anything that we can do for you to help this project grow?
Well, the most important thing is to support through attending this screening today. Hopefully we get a good, strong attendance. More important than that is that if you get approached during the multicultural fair here in Linda Vista, if you're approached by one of the filmmakers here, definitely give them the time of day. Definitely tell your story, because no one else wants to hear your story except you, right? Except your community members. And so we're giving us the opportunity to do that. And so, in order for people to understand the community, they have to know about the community. So please do cooperate. Please do be responsive, and and don't reject an interview. It's just a community member that wants to know more about you. And that's the best thing that the communities can do with this project.
I do understand your concern because the Vietnamese community tends to be a little bit more private, and they're a little bit shy as far as sharing their cultural differences or whatnot. But this is a great way to bridge all the communities together. And I thank you so much for doing this.
No, thank you for having us, and we look forward to a very successful year.
Hi, Jorge. How are you?
How are you, Isa?
I'm good, thank you. We'd like to ask you a few questions about this Connect San Diego project.
Sure.
I know that you're collaborating with them. Is this the first time they're hosting an event here?
We've had events since January. We're working with the San Diego Asian Film Foundation and 4 grassroots organizations that have a presence in Linda Vista. The Familia Indígena Unida, which is a mixed group from southern Mexico.
Right.
The Van Lang Center for the Vietnamese community. The Lao Hmong Family Association for the Hmong in Linda Vista, and the Convivio Latino, which is a group for Latinos in Linda Vista. We're all participating together, building something that is exciting, that's new, bringing the 4 communities together to share about their uniqueness and also their common interests and concerns.
So Jorge, how do you see this project, Connect San Diego, can benefit all these communities?
Tremendously, as we've been talking about, there are a lot of uniqueness of each group, of course, but we share a common interest and concerns as it relates to the differences that exist between our generations. The younger generation that is assimilating to the American culture, and the older generation that brings a lot of their culture with them. So the project tries to build bridges through arts and culture to bring the 2 generations together, and in the process share with other groups so that we learn what issues face the Latino, the Mixtec, the Hmong, or the Vietnamese community. So we can share that and hopefully build a project that is based on the 4 beautiful cultures, among others, that we have here in Linda Vista.
It's amazing to see the similarities between these cultures. Absolutely. And the challenges that they face are very similar, correct?
In many ways they do. Again, there are specificities of each group, but the generational issue, for example, is one of concern to all populations. Van Lang Center, for example, we use as an example when they have this language and culture program that brings together the 2 generations.
Right.
The Mixtec are doing the same thing on Thursdays and Tuesday evenings. They teach the elders the language of English, and the youngers are learning the language of their parents as well. We are about building an image of Linda Vista that's different than what has been typically portrayed. Linda Vista has, like every community, its own problems, but it's a beautiful place. And what we want to do is show the beauty of this place is the people of Linda Vista.
Well, we do really appreciate what you do for our community. And is there anything that we can do to kind of return the favor to the Bayside Community Center?
Well, thank you for offering that. It's a privilege to work with the Vietnamese community. I've been director for 3 years, and I can only share positive experience of working with various groups of organized population of Vietnamese in Linda Vista and other places. My message is we have to take good care of our elders. Our elders, many of them are alone, and they need a lot of support. And my appeal to the Vietnamese community is at Bayside, we're working with a senior population of elders, Vietnamese immigrants, and we need to not forget about them. They're many times alone at home, right, and they need a lot of support. So Linda Vista has become a place where the younger generation is moving away, many of them to Mira Mesa, or northern parts of the suburbs. We need, for the younger generation, to care for the older generation that is left behind. So that is my appeal.
So I guess we have been kind of shifting our focus towards the younger generation. We have forgotten a little bit about our older generation who helped guide us to where we are today.
Absolutely. You put it in a nutshell. There are beautiful things about our American society, but our seniors are particularly vulnerable. And the best way to work with the seniors is connecting them with another vulnerable population, which are the very young. So bringing together the very young and the very old together is the best way to build community and to be supportive of those 2 groups that we care so much about.
Thank you so much for voicing your concern, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.